that you ask a question and I'm answering the question. Everybody has equal rights. So we had our yesterday's one discussion. If you're satisfied, we can move ahead with this. I can't hear you. Sorry.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, thank you so much.
Haribol, your voice is very low, Mother. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible now, Prabhuji?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for arranging these classes and for answering our questions. Yes, I would benefit greatly if you were to answer these questions. Hare Krishna.
I don't know how, but okay. All right. I just want to be sure. It's not for my ego satisfaction. I'm telling you as a matter of fact, because last time we had one session, so you would know what to expect, So that's why I'm asking you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji, and thank you, Shita Prabhuji, for training us and arranging this question and answer program. Yes, Prabhuji, I would like that if you please answer these questions for me.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for taking these classes. And thank you, Prabhuji, for answering our questions. So, yes, Prabhuji, I would love to know the answers of my question, and it would benefit me. It's for my own benefit. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Thank you. His Grace Amish Prabhuji. Thank you, His Grace Hare Grace Purna Prajamataji. Thank you, His Grace Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, Shita Prabhuji, for training us and taking so much effort for arranging these classes. Yes, Prabhuji, it would be beneficial for me to know the answers of all the devotees' questions and also my questions. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Amrish Prabhuji. Danvat Pranam. Thank you very much for your classes, Prabhuji, and Shita Prabhuji and Sanjay Prabhuji as well. Yes, Prabhuji, as like last time, I would like to request as well. So I want to attend the continuous class of last class, this one. Please give the answer, Prabhuji. It's beneficial for me as well. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna.
Okay, how's your eye now, Mother?
It's okay, Prabhuji. Yeah, it's better than the last time. It
So
was
you're going
just
to work? Yeah.
Yeah, I work, Prabhuji, but I'm avoiding the screen. I'm not using the screens in the office, but I'm better now, Prabhuji, than the last week.
Okay, then so you can switch on the camera then.
Yes, Prabhuji, just give me 2 minutes, Prabhuji. I just came from out. I'm doing it soon.
Up to you all, So
Yes,
it's very
Prabhuji.
important.
Yes, Prabhuji, in few minutes,
Right.
Prabhuji. Yes, Hare Krishna.
So it is, you may see it live, YouTube, but we're not showing it live on YouTube. It is private. I've kept it for my recording, for my personal purposes. Okay. So as I said, it's open for anyone. If those who have not asked the questions should at least come and ask and request, and accept that, okay, I've not asked the questions, but these questions which I'm seeing are very important questions. I should have asked these questions, but probably it's not my capacity to ask these questions. So can you please attend the program? And of course, we are open to everybody. We are not excluding anybody. But that means at least that much in the leaders level onwards, intermediate level, this much respect should be there and etiquette should be there. I'm telling you, these are not basic things. These are not basic things. Even in scriptures, if you read Bhagavatam, if you read Bhagavad Gita, these are very, very important points. And on top of it, what I do is that we say that we are nobody. Of course, Bhagavatam, there is a reference to either Krishna or Krishna's pure devotees when questions are asked. We are neither of them. But somehow the power of attorney is given to me by Srila Gurudev. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says this, that you require power of attorney to preach. Basically, a guru preaches. So you require power of attorney to preach. And I'm not a guru, but power of attorney has been given to me by Guru Maharaj. And it's something which I'm trying to continue, as much as possible and to whatever capacity. And I'm in turn already giving all of you power of attorney to preach. So tomorrow, as long as you follow exactly what we have taught you, don't add, don't subtract. Of course, as per time, place, and circumstances, you may adjust a little. But after praying intensely to Guru Maharaj, and Prabhupada, we adjust a little bit, not so much. So that's why leaders and leader sangha are very, very important. Intermediate level upwards. I take it very seriously. Yeah. And I want all of you to take it very seriously too. Right? Okay, wonderful. So now, last times we had this discussion where the question answers were based upon one particular question asked in between, and it was done as an interactive discussion because I believe it was important. Now, who would like to ask your questions, please? Let us start with. So last time, whose question it was that we had discussed this? Yogi Mataji, okay? Let's continue with your questions then. Let's continue. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Prabhuji. Just a second. So I'll just start from the first question itself. That we have learned that it is important to stay healthy so that we can continue our sadhana. There's a lot of unrest lately, especially about protein and iron deficiencies and the lack of strength, especially for women, since their bones and muscles become weaker very fast. They also say that just to meet our daily protein requirement and just to maintain our muscles, it is difficult to do so in a vegetarian diet. So, how should we as devotees navigate through these things and make conscious food choices so that we can increase our longevity in bhakti?
So I don't understand the question. You're asking me to tell you what kind of foods to be eaten, or
So like the basis of the question is that there's a lot of unrest that for vegetarians it's very difficult to meet their
yes,
daily
I
protein.
understand that part. Yeah.
So
So
how
what do you expect me to give an answer? Is it answer about nutrition
uh,
or what
yes,
food to be eaten?
firstly about nutrition and secondly also about that is it just like another propaganda or is it actually
Oh,
a
okay, okay, that way. Yeah, no, it's a propaganda, no doubt about it. It is all protein and all you can get from vegetarian diet. Most of the top physical strength people are vegetarian. They're not vegetarian. Okay, you'll be surprised to know they are vegan also. Okay, right? So this is propaganda. Only there are certain. I'm not a food nutrition expert, so you can consult a food nutrition expert for your vegetarian dieting need. That is perfectly all right. So yes, we should be having proper meal, proper food, and I take it personally also myself. That's why I'm using an SOS diet, eating SOS diet. But that doesn't mean that I don't have sweet. I have lots of fruits and berries and all that in a given day, more than any normal people would have. But again, you should not have so much that you have got sugar increase in the body. Not that way, but you know. So that is not. It's non-negotiable. Of course, after a certain point in time, you neglect the body, but not when you're young and all. It is a different situation. Yeah. Although it is mentioned in the scriptures that you must, if you can avoid eating and eat very less, that's best. But if you can't, then have proper. There are certain food items which are not easily available in vegetarian diet. It is actually again a misnomer. Like for example, omega-3. Now, omega-3, it's a very big propaganda of omega-3. Omega-3 is not one vitamin. There are three kinds of it. What you find in the vegetarian, like nuts and all, chia seeds and flax seeds and hemp seeds and all that, and even the nuts and all dry fruits. It is omega APA, but you will not find EPA and DHA. Now that is needed for a good bone mass, eye health, hair health, and whatever, for the joints mobility and all, and for the clearing of the arteries. Now this food you can get. People say you must eat fish to get food. If you go search out everywhere, they'll say eat fish. It is not actually the case. If you go deeper, and if you find out, you must find out yourself. I'm not saying it is the case, but I'm telling you, you'll find out. So I've done it, so I know that that fish eats algae from the sea, and you eat the fish, so you get that omega-3, EPA, DHA. Okay, so that is possible to be eaten if you have. The body also makes certain combination of it. So you must have to eat that kind of food. Like there are also um, bajra. If you have bajra, millet, that kind of millet, that is a very good equation. You require 3 to 6 or 6 to 3, something like this. It has got very high. So the APA can be converted. But then again, otherwise there are vegan options for it, vegan capsules for the omega-3, EPA, DHA. So again, if there's a deficiency, you will know various things. Like I'm nearly vegan, but for B12, then we have. I said this is very important. Being Nobody should misunderstand when I say I have SOS diet, so I eat less. Actually, my food intake now after SOS diet is so heavy that when I was a teenager, I used to have so much prasada. That is a food quantity that I have, and I have all kinds of food, not just one term. Actually, if you see my quality, my wife prepares for me all different kinds of food, huge quantity and different kinds of food. So do not neglect this. Okay, very different varieties, millets and vegetables and all kinds of proteins and nuts and yeah, berries and fruits and okay. So, but again, because we are not, I'm nearly vegan, so the B complex vitamins, especially B12, is less. So again, B12 you can get from um, milk or from yogurt. But if you have low fat, then again it is a bit less. So then it's better that you have your food in the form of supplement in the form of um, nutritional yeast. But again, nutritional yeast, again fortified nutritional yeast. So that's again a bit dangerous. They put chemicals in it for B12. There are some natural alternative for nutritional yeast, which will give you B12. And the Indian body requires less B12 than others. So we want to adjust these things. And as you grow older, vitamin D is less. If you're taking cholesterol medications, then D is absorbed less, and because of D, B12 was also absorbed less. So a lot of things are there in it. So healthy diet is very important, very important. You consult a proper dietitian if you want to, and have a healthy diet. Is that answers the question?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Anyone has any questions on this point? Okay. All right. Let's go ahead. If you want to say, just say. Do not raise a hand. I don't know. I cannot see things. Yeah. So if you want to say anything, just say yes, I have, and speak something. Otherwise,
Am I audible?
now you're audible. Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I had one follow-up question from this. As you mentioned that
Yeah.
diet is important. So do the protein nowadays there is a thing that you should even the doctors recommend you should have ample amount of protein, and few times few doctors even recommend or trainers, dietitian coaches recommend protein powders. So is this healthy?
Well, I do not know. These are all very dietical problems, questions. I'm not a dietitian. I don't take personally diet proteins and all those things. I also do bodybuilding myself
Hare
for many
Krishna.
years. So I also do bodybuilding myself. So there was no question of I was not taking any protein powder at the time. There were no protein shakes at the time available, you know.
Hare
But
Bol.
with the vegetarian diets which have got a lot of protein in it, you know. So yeah, that's my answer there.
Hare
Yeah,
Krishna.
yeah,
Can I just say something very quickly?
yes, please.
Yeah, just just to say that the Indian diet that we have, which is the the roti, the sabji, the dal, and the rice. So in that, and then if you have a raita or a salad or something, will give you, um, I would say, 80 to 90% of all your requirements. And then if you want specific requirements, like you ask for protein, then you have your chole and rajma and those things, all the lentils, the dals. They'll give you all the iron and everything like that. Because if you look at our grandparents and the older generation, they never had to have any kind of medication, because the diet was, now the lifestyle has changed, so, and it's not possible. But this is by practice, and this is from Srila Gurudev also, just having conversations, that all of your proteins and your iron and all your requirements are in that. Yeah, so more than enough. It's a myth that vegetarian diet doesn't give you everything. If you have it properly, then it gives you everything. Usually, yeah. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, thank you. And mainly, as I said, we were mainly focused upon if you do any bodybuilding, there's a different situation. Otherwise, normal diets are available.
Even for
But
that,
refer a
even that,
dietitian. Let them better refer to a dietitian. All this is available very easily in the vegetarian food, as with my wife discussed. But
yeah.
if you still have further questions, you want to refer a dietitian for yourself. Yeah. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji, for the question. I had one question, Prabhuji, on this. So, I have heard Maharaj say that just by walking you are really fit, like you do not have to do anything else. But like we also do gym, and I also sometimes run marathon. So all these extra things, are they needed in a spiritual point of view? They are needed, or these are just extra activities that we are doing out of ourselves?
See, now, technically speaking, these are not needed to go back to Godhead. Yeah, Prabhupada said if you're going to do so much breath we have got. If you do exercises, then you'll breathe faster. So you're finishing your breath much faster. Okay. But at the same time, exercise is needed, very much needed. So if you ask me, there's no harm in running marathon, doing bodybuilding. You should do. Young people should do. I also do when I was not Krishna conscious at that time, but I also do bodybuilding. I've done my things at that time, Yeah. And so also my son also does it. So I mean, there's no restriction. Bhakti should not be restricted. After a certain age, you yourself will stop it. Your focus will change. So right now we are making sure we are actually in preaching. We're making sure that nobody feels they're excluded themselves. Yeah. So there is a point. If you don't feel excluded, that's fine. There's no need for doing it. But if you not, you wish to end. And exercise is good for health, anyways. Again, Srila Prabhupada said that people would say that artificially I must say this, don't do this, don't do that. But if you do it, it's good for health. Yoga and all, Although we say don't do yoga, but if you do it, it's good for your health, helps your bhakti. You see? Overindulgence, everything is bad. But again, bodybuilding is overindulgence in some way, but you're building your body, muscle power. So yeah. Is that okay?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. And as I said, for your specific health requirements, you can refer a dietitian. Like some of you may have some deficiency or some body's not absorbing some ways, So you may have to take some extra help. Take extra help. That's fine, of any kind. For our normal vegetarian diet, Indian especially vegetarian diet, you got all this available. have all different kinds of mixed grains and lentils and millets, different kind of millets. Huge. Ladies should have ragi and all that, they should have. It'll give a lot of beta vitamins and calcium, all kinds of different kind of millets too, jawar, bajra, all that. Okay. But any other questions anyone has on this point before we move on, please? Okay, Hare Krishna. Next question, Mataji. Thank you very much.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much for answering all these questions. Just a second, let me find the other one. The third question, the second one was the causeless mercy. This is the third question, that we should be seeking the association of like-minded devotees, but especially pure devotees. I understand that reading Prabhupada's books and listening to lectures is also association, but does it help to physically associate with like-minded devotees in our day-to-day life, or can we do our personal sadhana just as smoothly without it?
Can you elaborate what exactly are you asking?
I'm asking for me, because I'm kind of located distantly from all the devotees that are in Nagpur. So for me here, like in person, there is not as such, like physically speaking, there's not as much devotee association. So I was just asking that is it needed? Is it helpful, or is it like no difference? Does it make no difference if we're reading the same books and listening to the same lectures? Just
Oh,
like
we are meeting at least once a week.
Yes, Prabhuji.
You want to meet every day? I don't understand the question. That's why I said, what exactly do you mean? Physical association mean you want to meet physically every week and then do what?
Like as in like I see the programs that all of these devotees have,
Yeah.
like the kirtan programs and everything, which I cannot have here. So from that point of view, I was asking question.
Oh yeah, it's very important to have this kind of programs. But why don't you do your own program? You think you require 10 to 15 devotees to do a program? Tell me, how many people do you require to do a program?
No, Prabhuji, we don't really need anybody else to do these programs.
So how many people you need to do a program?
One.
That's it. And this is a fact. But because we are not, we want to have, oh, these people are there, so nice, they'll be cooking that, we're cooking, but you cook. That's exactly what we say. Like Janmashtami and all, next door to me is a temple, and there'll be 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people coming doing there. But we'll be here doing a Janmashtami online. You tell me. Of course, it requires different things. There are some memories there also, the memories here also. But again, it's all up to us what we want to achieve. It is now that you've got one temple and so many people are coming. Earlier, it was just they would sit in a hut, or acharyas. Celebration was in one hut. Few of them would come. Now we are coming online and meeting. But yeah, every so often you should. That's why once a year we try to come, around that time, and then we can associate, we meet, we can do our things. But if you can, it's good to associate with devotees, every so often if you can. If not, then you do it yourself. These are the hardest parts, That's why we say, whom do you associate with the most? Even if you're associating with devotees, that's correct. Even in Nagpur, you've got so many devotees, for example, or in Auckland, there are devotees. But whom do you associate the most with?
Ourselves, Prabhuji.
Sorry?
Ourselves.
Yeah, our own mind.
Our own mind, yeah.
So even if we are with other people, whom you associate the most with? So these are not some esoteric answers. These are not some classical answers. This is the fact. And this is the most difficult thing. It will not be at this time in bhakti, it's going to be very hard to digest this. But if you fall victim to this mentality to say, oh, only if I do that, then I'll progress. Only if I do that, then I'll progress. I'm trying to support this view that no, it's not needed. And this is what devotees who have spent 20, 30, 40 years have come to the conclusion. And some of them have not even done that. So association of devotees is very important to do. If you can get, it's wonderful. If you can't, you sit, you listen to the classes, it's there. That's why we do all these efforts, When we used to do program in Newlyn, earlier we were not recording anything. Then we started to record audio recording. I requested Sitabu to do something and do audio recording and upload somewhere. Find a way in doing things. So he found a way. Before that, I had done the same thing many moons ago. Before that, I told somebody else. I said, record my lectures. There was not even, there were audio cassettes at that time. So those who missed out, the audio cassette was recorded, upload was not, facility was not available to upload things. Okay, so two audio cassettes I gave to people, it didn't really work out. They were not interested to listen to the class. My classes were rubbish. Our recording was not happening. But slowly as we grew, we said, okay, I requested him to find a way. He said, yes, we can do this. I said, find a way we can show audio, show video. Now video seeing is so easy, Zoom. At the time, it was not that simple. So he found out Justin TV. You remember, Shita Prabhu? Justin TV. So that's how it was, Justin TV. And then I would sit in front of Justin TV and we would have on Wednesday our live shows, which we show on Wednesday. For my computer, I said, how is there a way in which my computer screen can be shown and record and shown to people? He said, yes, this is how it is. So we did, and we showed that. And then they were shown to people every Wednesday. That's how the Wednesday program started. And then I said, okay, let me try something else. So I would sit and do my chanting in front of Justin TV. Now I've done it's maybe very big Justin TV, I do not know. But I was sitting and chanting. So people would come and listen and check and go away, all those things, So those things are also there. You see? And even, I'll tell you one more thing. Even when we would do program in my home, with 20, 30 devotees coming, when some other big gurus would come, and there would be a big program parallel to our program, there would be hundreds of people going to that program. And they would force me to come to that program. I would say, no, I'll do my program here. And I would feel all alone sitting with a few devotees, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 10 devotees, and do a program in my home. Tell me what you have to say. So it's a very relative situation. At the same time, there's some other program going on in Auckland. Where my friends are doing it. Big gurus are coming, big devotees are coming, and hundreds of them come. Big event. In my home, we cook, my wife cook, we serve, do small programs and doing it. So some of my devotees from here would go there. And they are still nowhere. I can tell you even now, I can tell you reasonably certainly. Those who went from here to there and there to there, enjoying around, not settled in one place, they will have the same problem after 30 years. Not settled. And those who are sitting down one place, they are progressing. They have got their own programs going on. You understand? It's a very relative situation. So you have to make up a mind. So yes, it is needed. If not, create your own. Just like Guru Maharaj's quote was there a few days ago. Maharaj says, I want to die in Vrindavan. So I create Vrindavan where I live. And what is it? Vrindavan means remembrance of Krishna. So Vrindavan is within. Of course, there's a physical place also. But we go to the place, we keep it in the heart, and when we chant, it is in our memory, It is always, we have seen it. So that's how it is. Okay? So you start your own program. Do your own, you're alone starting your own program. Do on your own. Chant a kirtan on your own. What's harm? One day you cook, tell your parents, you say, I'm going to cook for Krishna. I'm going to cook. So you cook, offer to Krishna if you can quietly, and I'll give to everybody. Is it a festival? Is it not a festival? What is stopping you? Tell me. What is stopping you from doing this?
Nothing, Prabhuji.
Yeah, but you'll think, but there association is very high. The 10 people are only there, it is good. Otherwise, what will you do there? Tell me, what will you do there? Supposing you go to there, you will not cook there also. Is it not so? But you want somebody else to cook for you. This is a difficulty. What we are teaching you is this, that you cook for Krishna, you are engaged. But if you want to eat somebody else cooking for Krishna, there's a different situation. Then nobody can help you. Then the best you go there wherever you are, and you will not progress. Take it from me. Take it from me. You'll be in the same level. So this is the meaning. And where did Guru Maharaj leave the body? Go to Golok Vrindavan. People go to Vrindavan to leave body, right? Maharaj asked the question, where would you like to go? Maharaj, we're in Mumbai. You tell me. You tell me. You see? So it's all very relative. Why don't you cook? It's a challenge. Why don't you cook yourself? One day, tomorrow, when you're free or something, I want to cook. I'll cook one day for the family. You make nice feast. You have offer to Krishna. You have feast. Have nice. And then if you're satisfied, you do some kirtan on your own in your room. Don't involve anybody else. No. Jai Radha Madhava Singh. Best program is done. Okay, up to you. We can suggest you. It's entirely up to you. Is it all right?
Yes, Prabhuji, that's perfect.
Okay. But anybody else wants to say anything on this point? Any questions on this? Okay, thank you. Any other questions, mother?
Yes, Prabhuji, there was a discussion point during the end of the lecture series. I just wanted to understand that is there a technical difference between Atyahar and Lolyam? We were discussing this in the last class where Shetal Prabhuji were talking about how they are very similar. So if there's not any technical difference, then are they mentioned twice simply for emphasis, or is there something else?
So what is Atyahar meaning?
Atyahar means eating more than necessary and collecting more funds than required.
Okay. And what is Laulyam meaning?
It's greed.
Okay. So what is the difference between greed and over endeavoring?
I guess over endeavoring is a symptom of greed.
So if you're greedy, you'll over endeavor.
Yes.
No. No. Over endeavor meaning you do not depend upon the role of Krishna in your life. Greed is a disease. So there is one verse in the Bhagavad Gita where Krishna says that my devotee, the one who accepts things which come to him so easily, is very dear to me. There is a meaning of it and over endeavoring. So endeavor and over endeavor. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Sorry, yes or no?
Yes, Prabhuji, yes.
No, you don't understand. Come on. You don't understand. See, now in this endeavor and over endeavor, another question is asked. So that means that you try once and it's done. It doesn't happen, you leave it. What is the definition of over endeavor?
The way that we were taught is that over endeavoring means that if you're working so hard that it's having an impact on your personal sadhana and your bhakti, and that it is all that you're thinking about in that sense. That's what I understand.
No. Over endeavor meaning this, that you are working hard and you want a result to be achieved. You want a result in your own hands. But you leave the results to Krishna and you can work as much hard as possible. When we are working, we work hard in such a way that we want the result to be achieved. But it doesn't happen, doesn't worry. Come on, let's try again. You understand this?
Yes, Prabhuji, I'm trying to wrap my head around it, but
Yeah, it is like this. If you're doing one business, for doing a business, if you say I want to do business, it requires a lot of endeavor, a lot of work. Job is something you do this job, you get salary, you get paid, you're done, finished. That's why it's called Shudra work. The boss decided to say, there are 10 tasks, I will have 10 managers to do this 10 tasks. So you got one task, you do this task, done. So anyone who does a job has got this task, it's done. Even if you're CEO, CEO meaning he has to manage a company, it's done. But the owner of the company doesn't get salary if there is no profits. CEO has to be given salary. So a person who wants to do different tasks to achieve, if he's attached to the results, he'll be destroyed and finished. But if you're not, you can keep trying more and more. There you can see Krishna's hand. Many moons ago, I used to work for somebody in India. It's a big transport company. So after many years, I got in touch with the person, the owner there. He was kind enough to receive my calls. Whenever I would call, he would receive the call. He said, "Oh, I met him also. I met him." So when I'm meeting, he said, "Now you're doing all these spiritual things now, Ambrish." I said, "Oh, whatever it is, nothing spiritual in it." He said, "No, but tell." Sir, I want to understand one thing. I'm a millionaire. I want to become a billionaire. I used to say this before. I've given this example before. But see, when I gave this, nobody asked a question. So you did not have a relation, the context to it. But now you have a context here. So how do I become a billionaire? I said, how do I know? I'm not a billionaire to tell you how to become a billionaire. That's exactly what I told him. You got access to people who can give you answers. You're a rich person. He said, no. You tell me. He told me, you tell me. How do I become a billionaire? I'm a millionaire right now. I said, oh man, I have to sit on my. I said, why are you asking me this question, man? I was an employee from him, of one particular manager for him. He's asking all these things. I said, okay, all right. The reason is this, that if you want to do one task, if you give 100% to the task, but you attach to the results, if you don't get the results, you will be failing. If you fail, you'll be demoralized. So you'll not go to second task again. You will never try again, or do something else again, do some other job, other business, other continuation. But if you're not attached to the results, leave the results to Krishna, and if you do a task, the results come, then you can continue more. Or if you do some task, result doesn't come, forget it. Next task, result come, then I want to achieve that. But if it's not in my destiny, it's up to Krishna, but I'm going to achieve it. This is my age to achieve. So do it. I keep over-endeavoring like this so many times. See, a devotee may do the same task which a non-devotee does. But difference is in the psychology. A second person, if he's not very expert in these things, will not see the difference. He's like me, other devote person only, working very hard to achieve this, but doesn't understand, he's not attached to the results. You may be down a little bit, but you start again from scratch. Again, do this. This is life actually. So over endeavoring is this, attaching to the results. Greed is a disease. You're not satisfied with the greed. Over endeavor means you want to achieve over endeavoring by putting more and more, but it's not needed. That's why all these different definitions are there. They say if you do the same thing, you get the same results. So change it to change things. You're able to do this better, more things. Like I employ so many techniques in my life, including Kaizen techniques. In my life, brushing my teeth, I got Kaizen techniques. It helps me to keep my brain very, very, very not very fixed. Fixed. Go here, go there. Kaizen means slow changes, very slow changes. If you're going here, I'm suggesting to you very, very, very easily. You will remember these things. If you're walking this way to a particular place, go this way next time. Little changes. Walk that way a bit, change. Doing your brush every time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, and then here. Some changes, small changes. Your brain will not become. So over endeavor is a task where you attach to the results and you keep over endeavoring. But if you are not attached to the results, you're doing devotional service. But remembering Krishna. If you can't remember Krishna, doesn't matter. At least don't be attached to the results. You can do more. You understand the difference between there now? It's not a disease. It is foolishness to over endeavor. But you can keep doing more and more. As I said, if you come and sit in my home, I mean, anybody comes to my home, sees how we do work, business with my son, they say, do this, not happening. Oh my God, so much money has to be paid. We are going to so much losses. Let's do this. Oh, so much losses. Let's do that. So let's do that. And then how it works. How the bills are going to be paid. We should do this. We should do that way. All these things. You say how depend upon Krishna. Of course we are trying to. And Krishna himself says that work you must do. Nobody can even fill their stomach by not working. He says in the Bhagavad Gita. So is it over endeavor? And depending upon your karmas, you will get results. Some people do less work and get more outcome of it. Somebody has to do more outcome to get less results. But as long as you're not attached to the results, you keep doing things. That's all over endeavor. You understand this point?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
I'll think more about it, but yeah, thank you for
Yeah,
answering.
think more about it.
Yes.
It requires more thinking. These are not some simple answers, but they are two different things. Although it may be related, it may sound related, but one is a disease, according to me, my own personal example. Greed is a disease. Greedy always gives you fall. Greedy will always give you fall. Over endeavor, it's different. Pray to Krishna, get the results. But keep trying. There's no question of not trying. Is it all right?
Yes, Prabhuji. It's perfect. Thank you so much.
Right. Even in our preaching, I have to keep doing so many things. Even for this Vyas Puja, which we are going to celebrate here, I'm doing so many things. You say, what is this person doing? He's teaching something else to us and doing something else. Exactly. I'm a hypocrite. I'm a very naive person. But you see, so much endeavors has to be done to achieve one target and to do one preaching. Don't think that we are preaching here is a final outcome of it. We started somewhere else. We did this, we did that, we did that. Now we are here. Tomorrow it will be something else totally different. Okay? Right. Thank you. I will not keep it open for others. You can think about this answer yourself. Okay? Thank you. Now, any other questions, Mother, you've got?
Yes, Prabhuji. I have two more questions. Should I let other devotees ask their
No,
questions?
you finish your part.
Okay.
We'll go to others in the next class. Yeah. We started with you last week, so yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji. So the next question is that we know that we should only pray for Krishna's devotional service in any circumstance and not for any material benefit. So we may pray for it just because we know that this is what we should be praying for, even though it may not be coming from a deep sense of realization. So is it still right to do it, or is it simply being immature or artificial?
Could you say it again, please? Question again, please.
Yes, Prabhuji. So we know that we should only pray for Krishna's devotional service in any circumstance and not for any material benefit. So we may pray for Krishna's devotional service.
So you are saying that what you're asking is that you must pray for Krishna's loving devotional service only.
Hmm.
You must not pray to Krishna for any material gains. That's what you're asking.
No, the follow-up, this is like the statement. The question is that we may pray for Krishna's devotional service just because we know that this is what we should be praying for, and not because it is coming from like a deep sense of realization from within. So is it still the right thing to do, or is it being artificial? I'm
You
not
should
sure.
know better. You can do whatever you want to do. So what you're saying is you must do pure devotional service, but you're not doing it. So you should not do it? Is it a question you are asking me?
Not exactly, Prabhuji. Just
Yeah, what exactly are you asking me? Is it something where you're asking me that do we do Krishna's loving devotional service for some material gain? Is it wrong? Where we should be doing only for pure devotional service? We should ask Krishna only for pure devotional service, not anything material. Is it what you're asking me?
yes, Prabhuji, yes.
Sorry. You be very clear what you're asking me.
So simply put, my question is that if we are praying to Krishna for his devotional service, but we're doing it just because we know that this is what we should be doing, and not because we actually realize it, that this is that it's coming from a deep sense of understanding or like emotion. So
Okay,
is it
so
still right to do it nonetheless?
okay, it's a
Or
very
should
simple
we-
question. We should not go deeper. Don't take out any other meaning. This is how it is. Well, devotional service to perform is to please Krishna. Is that okay? You must do devotional service to please Krishna. But if there is, I don't understand. There are different answers to this question.
Hare
So if your
Krishna.
question is just this,
Yeah.
so if your question is, if your question is that, if your question is that you must do pure devotional service only, nothing else. But if you don't do that, is it right or is it wrong? This is your question which you're asking me. Or if you say that you pray to Krishna, you should pray to Krishna only for your pure devotional service. But if you are praying for some material gain, is it right or wrong? Which of this is the question you're asking?
Prabhuji, I'm failing to understand how to phrase it. Maybe there's something like my question is just that if we're praying to Krishna for his devotional service, but not because we're realizing it, that this is just because we know theoretically that this is what we should be doing, not because we actually.
Well, so then it's when it's better you do it than not doing it. You purify yourself over a period of time. The simple answer to that. Okay.
Okay, yes, Prabhuji. I guess I'll think more clearly about it before asking this next time.
Yeah, these are not. It was not a very clear question to me. I didn't understand it well. So I asked you these different points. If this is the question, clear cut, then you must keep doing it, and you'll purify yourself over a period of time.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Material attachments will be reduced. And we are in the same boat. You are the only one. Me also. Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji. This is the last question. Do we have enough time? Because it's already
Yeah.
time.
We can take the last question now.
Okay. The last one is that we discussed also that demigods inflict miseries on us because people are not worshipping the demigods anymore. So I just wanted to clarify that is it because we are not worshipping Krishna, therefore we are being punished by the demigods? Because ultimately Krishna is the only object of worship and demigods are just his agents. So they do not need to be worshipped separately. I
So
just
when you
want
say they are punishing us, meaning what exactly?
as in like the Adi Devik miseries we were discussing, and Shita Prabhuji said this point that why would demigods inflict miseries on us? And it is because we're not worshipping demigods anymore. So I just wanted to clarify that is it because that Krishna, we're not worshipping Krishna anymore, and because demigods don't need to be worshipped separately. Is my understanding correct? Just I wanted to understand
Yes,
that.
that's right. It's a correct understanding.
Yes.
So if you worship Krishna properly, not just 5 minutes, not just 5 years, not just one lifetime, but if you really worship Krishna properly, then around you, demigods may be creating a lot of havoc, but you are settled. Like Prahlad Maharaj. You're sitting in the fire, the Holika was burnt, who had the benediction of not being burnt in the fire, but Prahlad Maharaj was unscathed. This is perfect. This is the answer. This is correct. So you don't need to satisfy different demigods. Satisfy Krishna and we're done.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. I
Okay.
think these are all my questions. Thank you for answering them very patiently. And I'm really sorry if there were any mistakes.
No, don't be sorry. When you are sorry, you must There's a need to say sorry, you say sorry, not for everything. There's no need for saying sorry here. It's fine. It is just that it was I like very precise points. Clarity of thought is very important in communication. Yeah, that's fine, perfectly all right. Now, before we conclude, anyone who wants to say anything on this point? Any questions, please, on what was asked by Devanshi Mataji? Any one of you has any follow-up question before we conclude today? So looks like this will be a few weeks program. I'll answer everyone's question separately. Okay, wonderful. So now we conclude today, and for this program we will have about 5-7 minutes break, and we can start. We'll meet together in about 5-7 minutes. Thank you very much. जय श्री गुरुदेव की जय, जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री निताई गौर सदा प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल।